minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your. Hush up, gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. Part of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye.
Brethren, hey!
Hi! As we're in a heated conversation here.
not to each other, but to something else.
Yes, hi.
Yeah.
We're like, we haven't been here in so long that I don't even know what our intro is.
I know.
Welcome to our podcast, From Vision to Success. We are excited to be here. It's been a minute.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it has.
Yeah, it has. This is Miguel's busiest season
It
of work. So he's definitely been busy. I've been busy. And now we're trying to kind of reschedule, I wouldn't say refocus because we really do want to do this. It's just outside commitments sometimes that do not allow us to do this.
Yeah, and like I have schools. So so I work a lot with schools, right? And then the schools, they normally have budgets and that they have to spend either before the end of May or before the end of June. Certain budgets are allocated before whatever. And so I have schools that they could have called me back in November, October, but they're calling me like in June. I just had 2 over the weekend. Can you come over to our school? And I'm like, I literally don't have any mates. So I normally don't work Mondays.
Yeah.
I like it to like reset paperwork because the weekends for
That's
me.
your admin day. Like the day that you get everything set up for the week.
But it's also my reset. Like my weekends are not quiet.
Yeah, weekends are not a quiet. I feel the same way. I think that's why I love Monday so much because, Saturdays and Sundays are so stinking busy.
They're not doing stuff with the family, church callings, church responsibilities. And so Monday, I got the kids at school. Outside of the podcast, I really don't have anything. And so I like my Mondays because it's quiet in the house. I get to really do paperwork, answer emails and all that stuff. So, but because of this end of year stuff, I've had to open up my Mondays because then then I'll be turning away people and businesses and anyways. And so
the money's good.
And struggling.
He's like, the money's real good.
I gotta
let me open that Monday.
Papa's got to pay the mortgage. So I gotta
There's bills that need to be paid.
But it's it's tough. Like after this is done, I have to go to a school. Yeah. And on the end of this month, I have a parent engagement on a Monday, which never happens.
Wow, that's awesome, though.
Yeah, normally parent engagements are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays.
Okay.
Never Mondays, ever.
What time is the parent engagement? Like
7.
7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Never Friday. I've never had one that's on a Friday, except for a conference. But Mondays is never a go. But then it's the only day that I have available. Yeah. And I'm like, it's this and. So I spoke to the family and I work one Monday evening.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening, catching up. But we're talking. So in code, I do want to finish the conference that we were talking about. In code.
In code. I don't think we can talk.
Yeah, we can. So try and follow along. But we are going to be speaking in codes because we don't want to single anybody out.
Okay.
Ready? Let's see if I can do this.
Okay. I'm a little nervous, but let's do it.
I know. So in code. So something happened recently.
There's no code.
Hang on. Recently. We don't know when.
Okay,
It could have been yesterday. It could have been this weekend, last weekend, last month. It could have been last month. So your task was not to do the said task.
No, my task was to do the said task.
No.
That was my task.
No,
that was
wasn't.
how I was appointed.
I spoke to the people in charge, and your task was to be ahead of the committee. And then your task was to create a committee, hopefully drawing in on people that were not part of the event.
No, but the names that I was given were actually people that were.
So that should not have happened.
That's the way it planned. That's the way it panned out.
Yeah, and so then I was in there, and I was just like, why are these?
I think we can. You know what? I think we can talk about it openly because it's not really like a
I don't think we can.
Okay.
I just.
Either way, I think it's better if we just talk about it openly.
Okay.
Okay, so
with respect, let's say.
Of course, with respect. And we were just chatting about this. So this past weekend we had a big women's conference for our church. It was fantastic.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was about 140 sisters from our church came.
Really?
Yeah, there was 140. So we planned food for 150 and 140 were there.
Because we put out 3 more tables afterwards.
Yeah, so it was, I think initially when they put out the tables, they were planning for 120 because that's about how many sisters came last year.
Okay.
So they were like, okay, that's probably about how many we'll have. But it ended up being 140. And it's been fantastic because every year it has gone up and up and up, right?
Yeah.
So the theme of this day was body, mind, and soul. My task was it's the first time I had ever done anything like that, which I'm super proud of myself. And I just want to talk a little bit with regards to growth and how sometimes the skills that we get from other things in our life are totally transferable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I was tasked with leading the breakfast for the sisters that we had. So imagine and it was 150 people and it was really good. We had actually quite a big breakfast.
Yeah.
When I showed you, you were like, what?
I'm like, those are a lot of eggs.
I know.
There were just mountains of eggs.
Our menu was a breakfast taco bar, and then we had a parfait bar with additional fruit and an insane amount of pastries. I think was there anything else? And then we had like juices and fruit punches and all that stuff, right?
Beans, cheese, taco bars.
Like the taco bar had all the fixes and everything. But I have to say that, like talking about with regards to the planning aspect of it, I'm super grateful that I married Mike.
Oh, yeah.
My husband is a planner.
Oh, yeah.
And if you would have known me 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, I flew by the seat of my pants.
No.
And I think it's through osmosis that I've actually gained a lot of skills with regards to planning because now I'm a big planner. Like I plan out my week, I plan out my month, I plan out my time. And sure enough, with this particular breakfast, that's exactly what we did.
I was bugging you the entire time. I'm like, this is all Mike. There's no way that you plan this. This is we're too organized. And
Miguel was like, just cut out the middle person. Just cut out Maria. Just email Mike directly. He's good to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was definitely, it was funny because preparation took a lot of time, but it decreased the amount of stress that we had. Like I had a shopping list. On Friday, I spent time shopping. On Friday night, I cooked 36 pounds of beef. Really cool hack. You can actually cook ground meat in the oven. Did you know that? Google told me, and I did it, and it was incredible.
Is that what it was?
So fast.
Is that what it was?
The sausage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pork. It was pork because it was cheaper, right?
Yeah.
So I just bought pork. I know this really good sausage seasoning.
I thought it was stuffing. And so I wasn't touching it. I'm not. Why is she buying so much?
Why would I put stuffing?
Because it looked like stuffing.
It did not look like. It looked like.
It looked like stuffing.
You should have tasted it. It was really good. Did you taste it?
Yeah, towards the end.
And you didn't like it?
Because Diana was like, "Oh, do you want some protein?" And I'm like,
"You're like, I don't want stuffing. I don't want more bread."
There's no protein in stuffing. She goes, "No, it's pork." And I'm like, "No, it's not." She's like, "Yes, it is." And so I grabbed a piece and was like, "Oh crap!" But it looked like stuffing. That's why I didn't touch it. I didn't go near it.
Oh, I did. It's just that it wasn't like super crumbled, but 36 pounds needed to be made. So they were made in the oven. So I didn't like crumble it super small, but it was pretty awesome. Anyway, long story short, we did it. We were able to do it. But Miguel and I were having a discussion of how
next year.
How next year. Like. Yeah, what it should look like next year, right? Because technically the event was planned out for the sisters. Yeah. And there was a lot of sisters that were still in the kitchen and weren't able to take part of the event.
And not just that, but so what Maria was saying, it's a women's conference, right? Honoring women's, and I love that it was the fact that it was on Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day weekend, right? Mm-hmm. So honoring women, who they are, what they represent, and everything that they've accomplished. It's a great, phenomenal conference. And I don't know if it was just me, and it may have been just me, but it did. It got me a little bit.
I think you were like in protective mama, like Papa Bear, like I don't
know what it was, but I did not like seeing the women in the kitchen.
But keep in mind, it would have been, that's how they've done it every year. There's always been women in the kitchen.
I don't like it.
So next year it has to be planned out differently.
I told the organizers, I'm like, women should not be touching this conference because it's for them. It's like you cooking your own meal on Mother's Day. Like, you wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna wake up really early, go downstairs,
give myself a good breakfast.
give myself a breakfast. Gonna walk it up, and I want to like make myself breakfast in bed, and then for dinner, I want to make myself a dinner and all these different things. I was like, no, like absolutely not. Like, this is not you. Like, the cleanup, the setup, the preparation, the decoration, like everything. Like, you guys should just show up, enjoy the event, and then get the heck out of there, and then leave, and then we'll take care of everything. So that was my mode.
Yeah, but that was not the way that it was. Because every year it hasn't been like that, right?
I know. So I told some of the organizers, I'm like, listen, this was phenomenal. I'm like, no one's complaining here. I go, but for next year, can I give you one advice? And they're like, oh yeah, for sure. We'll, feedback is always good. I'm like, okay. Next year, just there's in the stake, there are 9 bishops, 9 wards. Yeah. Divide up all the tasks amongst the 9 wards.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And then send one big email to all the 9 bishops and be like, Hard Lake is in charge of breakfast. Chinkuzi's in charge of cleanup. So-and-so's in charge of setup. And then just stand back and let them do it. No micromanaging. No, is this done? No, like, here's the menu. Just walk away
and just
leave
let them
alone.
Yeah.
And then we, as the bishops, can draw on their elders quorum and the youth, right? Like, we have access to both, right? The elders quorum and the youth program.
Yes.
And then we together collectively we can run a program.
I want to see how this will look next year.
I already volunteered for breakfast next year.
Really?
We're doing crepes.
That's awesome.
For, desserts and breakfast crepes.
That's awesome.
And no woman is allowed to go into the kitchen.
Sign me up.
I snapped on Sister Sherman. She comes in and she's starting to help clean the kitchen. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, go and enjoy the conference. She's like, no, but we got it. I'm like, get. and so the missioners were coming by, and then they're like, oh, we heard, because we made them containers.
With food
containers, right? And so she goes to the door. She goes, okay, elders, I'm not allowed to get in the kitchen, but all the food's over there. I'm like, you out. And elders, come here. And then we gave them the containers. But yeah, like, you guys should enjoy the conference.
You know what, though? I do have to say I had a great team, though. All the sisters that helped, we did fantastic.
You continue doing you. When we have the men's conference, then you can go in the kitchen. But then for the women's conference,
what was it that you said when you saw the breakfast menu? You're like, what? When we have conferences, like a granola bar and water. There we go. And it's funny because I'm like, this is how different men and women are, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I talked to Mike and I was like, well, what would you do if you had access to these funds and you had to do breakfast? He's like, bagels and cream cheese, and then I just buy already made boiled eggs, and there we go. That's what everybody's getting, as opposed to our crazy menu that was like 5 different things.
Yeah, and trust me, next year I'm going all out, and I'm gonna stay within budget, but I'm gonna go all out for the sisters. But yeah, I'm not letting anyone step foot in my kitchen.
I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited. I'm down for seeing it.
I already volunteered. I told Sherman and Wilma, I'm like, hey, next year, Harley,
you're gonna lead it.
Breakfast.
Okay, I want to see. I'm gonna be there. Dude. Is it gonna be granola and water?
Like slice
there
of the bread.
Sisters.
You got 5 different pick of cheeses. You got the bread right there, the toaster over there, because some people don't like it toasted.
Yep.
Plain or toast, and then pick your butter, pick your cheese, and
you're good to go. It was good, right?
Go to your workshop.
I know.
It's a traveling breakfast.
Just toss it.
No, it'll be good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
You should. I'm gonna make your breakfast look like a Boy Scout.
Okay, let's do it. Because my breakfast, listen.
It was good.
It was really good.
It was huge. It was massive. People loved it.
Yeah.
But when I'm done with it,
they're gonna be like, Maria, who?
Yeah. I was like, what was last year's breakfast? Yeah, it was so insignificant. We don't remember.
Who was that? We don't even care.
And then
but let me tell you about that Miguel. He can run a breakfast.
He can run. He should open up a restaurant. I'm gonna pupusas and empanadas.
You're gonna have the grill there. You're gonna have the apron, and you're gonna be
100%. 100%. Yeah, we're going ethnic, man. Yeah, 5 different countries, 5 different breakfasts.
Oh my gosh, the best. Okay, so I had this is kind of funny. So I had a sister in my ward, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling them what the menu is. And I guess tacos were too ethnic for her because I was like, oh, we're going to have breakfast tacos. You should have seen her face. She was like, I was like, okay. But you gotta love older people. They have no filter, right?
No, I know.
So I was just laughed. I was like, well, there is yogurt as well that you could have.
Well, there's one sister, Spanish sister, and she goes, what's on the menu? And I go, oh, it's just breakfast. She goes, is it white breakfast or Spanish breakfast? And I go, well, I'm like, what's the difference? She goes, white breakfast, eggs and bacon. And I'm like, okay, well, there's tacos. Oh, they thought of us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, that's not how it works.
Seriously.
But
Spanish people so difficult.
Oh yeah, I know. Drama queens, drama kings. But anyways, how are you?
I'm good.
So that was the rant that we were talking about.
Yes, about the breakfast.
About the breakfast, or about the entire event, and then going back to the other thing about just give the wards or the bishops a task, and then just take a step back.
I think as people, sometimes that's the hardest thing that we have is trusting somebody else to take the
100%,
reins. It's like we want to be
100%.
like, did you think of this, right?
I completely agree, because I was approached by 4 different people with 4 different tasks. And then I'm like, so what are the other wards doing then?
I'm so grateful that you came, honestly, because I didn't know if anybody was going to come in the morning. And when I saw you, I was like, twin.
So can I tell you that I wasn't planning on coming in the morning?
Did you feel the spirit tell you, arise?
It was it's like
your twin needs you, arise.
Oh!
Did you hear me calling from the
with the
stakes center?
seashell. Oh! She's calling. No, it was. I woke up because I was planning on showing up, but to help with the cleanup, the kitchen cleanup,
Yeah.
not for the breakfast.
So what made you come for the breakfast?
I was like, I'm up anyways, and I'm like, I want to help, and then this is a day. It's a Mother's Day weekend. Let me, just in case nobody shows up. Let me just show up.
I was so grateful because I wasn't sure, right? Because only you and then another person showed up, and the other person came late and left early,
Yeah.
right? So
came late and left her. Came in, bumped me out of my station. Like, what the heck? And I'm grateful for that person, right? And then they helped me actually, and then they took on the hash browns and they took on the bacon and stuff. And then they left. Yeah, like later. I'm like, all right, cool. And so I finished that. And then I look behind and there's no one there, like no one there. And then just mountains
of dishes,
and pots and pans and grease and utensils. And I'm like, all right, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
Just one spoon at a time.
And that's what I thought. I was like, you know what? Just, I'm here. Where else I'm going to go? Right.
Yeah.
And so just one dish at a time. And so I filled up one with water, and I just kept soaping it up. And then I'm like, and little by little. And then someone showed up after like about an hour, and then they helped with the pots, the greasy pots. So I'm grateful for that. But then they left early. And then they're like, I got to go. I'm like, later. And so now it's just me again in the kitchen.
I think that's the difficult part because I've had situations like this serving in youth, right? Where literally it was, I remember last year at the last, good morning, Vanessa.
Hey, Vanusa.
Last year we did a lot, because usually for our activities for our ward, we run activities every Wednesday until school year ends. And then for the summer, we go down to like 1 or 2 activities, a month, right? Yeah. So we're having our end of the year activity. Why is it everybody flew? It was only me and Mike.
Yeah.
Like there was nobody to be found, and I was so upset because I'm like, sometimes, as people, we're so eager to like have the fun and eat the food and all that stuff, but then when it comes to I'm like,
it was like that for our Christmas thing as well.
Oh my goodness.
Please, there's a lot to do here. Please stay behind and help. And then we want to go home early too, whatever. And so,
everybody bounced.
And then a lot of people this year. So the last year one, the one that just passed, more than usual stayed behind and helped clean up. In the past, it was just like I had my food later.
I know. And so, that's why I'm like, I don't. So now I just I had to rephrase it because I'm like, I can't. Like for me, if I stay behind and help, I'll still help. I always stay behind and help. But it used to really annoy me when people used to take off. Yeah. And then I used to get really upset. But then I'm like, I can't control other people. So I'm like, let me just do what I can. And then I teach my kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, my kids are there helping.
And everybody was so apologetic. Oh, I'm so sorry. The organism. I'm like, it's okay. And it's funny because normally I'm on my feet all day, and by the end, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I am beyond done. I bought these pads for my shoes, and they're not helping at all, right? And then I was there by myself, morning, all like whatever, and I was not tired. And then at the end, once the conference was done, and I knew I had a feeling, I was like, my spidey senses were tingling. Not a lot of people are going to show up for the cleanup as well. Just stay, go to your office, work. When the conference is over, come out and just look. And I did. And again, 1 or 2 people showed up, and I'm like, cool, all right, let's go clean the bathrooms. Let's go vacuum the chapel. Let's go vacuum the hallways. And one brother shows up. He put away like some chairs, and then he started taking off. And I'm like, oh, the chapel needs to vacuum. Like, can you go do the other half? But you know what? I came home, and Tegan's like, you must be so mad or upset or tired. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Not upset, not angry, not disappointed, not tired. I was like, I felt good.
Yeah.
Like I felt really, really good, right? I was glad I was able to help you. I was glad I was able to help the organizers. And then just flipping the chapel for next day worship.
Yeah.
Right. And when I came in Sunday morning, I was like, it's clean, right? Like I
it's
was
a
here.
sense of like fulfillment almost too, right?
Yeah.
That you did.
Well,
yeah.
the Lord, like, I mean, we're Christian, we're both Christian. And so the Lord compensates, right?
And he increases our capacity because I totally hear you with regards to even with the breakfast. It was a lot of work. I was up at 4 on Saturday. Yeah. And then, but I didn't feel tired. Like I didn't feel exhausted. I wasn't annoyed. I wasn't like, we had a few hiccups here and there, but I was like, okay, we'll just take it as strides, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Anyway, so that was that. I'm excited for next year because now I have a plan how this conference should look like. It's gonna end up being my conference.
Miguel's conference for the women.
For the women. It's the man's view on how it should look like.
Forget the men's. It's just gonna be Miguel.
Yeah,
Miguel's conference.
And it's not gonna be granolas or toast. So,
oh man.
So, dude, did you go away anywhere?
No, I'm going away this weekend actually.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Chicago. I'm leaving on Thursday.
For what?
Just like a family road trip. I have family in Chicago as well. My mom comes home today. So my mom has been in Ecuador for the last few months. She comes home tonight. And then in 2 days, on Thursday, we leave for a road trip to Chicago. We come back the following Monday.
When do you leave?
Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So no podcast on Saturday morning?
No, because I remember you asked me to send you the dates. Did you not get my dates?
I remember.
Oh, man.
I remember. So, but we're having a combined youth activity.
On Wednesday, yes.
We're coming to your building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yes. We'll finalize that stuff later. Everything's good, yes.
Yeah. Okay, because that's what we told the youth and, and the parents. Okay.
And that's why I just haven't heard anything, like, I haven't, because you and I didn't chat, and often I don't hear from the other side.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure, so I'm glad yes.
Yeah. So we just came back from somewhere.
I know. How was your trip to New York? New York?
We went to New York. We're thinking about moving down there now.
Yeah?
No.
That's awesome. Because I'm like, you do know it's super expensive. You knew the immigration issues that they have.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Man, okay, so let's...
They have rats also. And it doesn't smell very well. But yes, do tell.
No, but have you been there?
No, I haven't actually.
Exactly. So where are you getting this information from?
The news.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is my point. It is the nicest people live down there. New York City. We were in the heart, like we were in Times Square.
That's so nice though.
I'm telling you, we walked everywhere. It was a 20-minute walk from where we were staying to where whatever. We learned the busing and the subway system like within minutes. Because you punch the address on the Apple, and it tells you what there's about 7 different no, it's actually more. It's about 8 or 9 different subways, tunnels, and stations, and then north and south and uptown, downtown. Anyways, and so in the beginning you're trying to figure it out, but then you figure out the signs, you know what to look for, and you know how to read it. We were subwaying it everywhere.
That's so good.
And then we were in the subway in the beginning. We were in the subway and we're like, we don't know where we're going. And like so many people just jumped on us and they're like, okay, where are you going? And they started helping out and everything. It was like, and then we had this one lady. She goes, New York, there's always stuff on the news of what we're doing wrong. And goes, but we're like some of the nicest people. And Yeah.
That's so good.
Nicest. And then we went to a comedy club, finished around 12:30.
How many days were you guys there? Like, when did you leave and then when did you come back?
We left Friday first thing in the morning. Like
Okay.
first thing. Like we landed there at 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
You guys had a full day there.
yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and so we landed there at 8 in the morning. It's only an hour and a half flight.
Okay.
Yeah. So we landed at 8 in the morning. We got to the hotel, left our luggage there, and then they tagged us.
Yeah.
And then we just went out. Right, a whole day in New York, just walking. Went to Central Park. We hit all the stores. We went to Times Square. Like, I'm telling you, it was incredible. So all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, we went to church. I got to tell you about church. And then all day Monday.
I want to hear New York church.
Oh, dude.
Is that true? Just kidding.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now. And all day Monday, and then we left at 9 p.m.
On Monday?
on Monday.
Oh, dang. So you guys had like 1, 2, 3, like four solid days.
4 full days of just doing stuff.
That's so good, though.
And so from the airport to the hotel, we took an Uber.
Yeah.
$70 US.
Yeah.
It was stupid. But then we learned the subway system, and it took, and we were because of traffic,
Yeah.
like people are honking the horns everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so we were out for about 40, 50 minutes from door to door,
Yeah.
airport to the whatever. But then we learned the subway system, and then we found out that there's a subway and a bus that goes to the airport, 25 minutes,
And much cheaper.
$2.90 per person.
Wow.
And so we hit the subway back to the airport, and we were like, yeah, it was. I'm telling you right now. And Tay and I, we both looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we can see ourselves living down here.
That's so good.
So 12:30 in the morning, we finished the comedy club.
Yeah.
We're walking down, and the New York's alive. Everybody's talking. Everybody's like, whatever. We had to go through Times Square, and we took the subway system. There were people down there. Everybody's being so friendly and nice. Where are you guys from? And
It was so good, eh?
nothing. Like, it was not what the news. I hate the news.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm telling you, I never realized how much until this weekend. I truly, truly hate the news. Negativity sells, and it's what gets the click. And then what happens? And I catch myself sometimes in that whirlwind. But New York is like the nicest. And I was so scared. And Tegan's like, let's take the subway. I'm like, I don't want to die. And she's like, no, we're taking the subway. It's an experience. And I'm like, so is death. I'm like, I don't want to die. We took it, and we were taking it everywhere. It was absolutely phenomenal.
That's so good.
0 complaints.
That's so good.
Yeah, so we were like, yeah, we can see ourselves moving down here and whatever. And the people at church were so nice.
Yeah.
Interesting things happen.
Oh, should we share?
Hang on, let's see which.
What did Vanessa say?
I would have been super surprised if Miguel wouldn't have wanted to move there.
Would have. He does want to move there, I guess. And by the way, my friend went to there last summer, and she said the same thing Maria said. So she's right on that.
No.
Where there's rats and it's smelly and stuff. I don't know. I think it's depending where you go. I'm glad that you had a really good experience.
I was down, like New York City, Times Square, like downtown.
My thing, the way that I look at where I'm going to live is affordability. And with regards to New York, it's not an affordable place to live. But everything else, I'm like, you have access to so much as well, right? So
yeah. And so the only, like, it didn't smell like at all. And then like it just didn't smell. It was a city and whatever, and we were surprised. One street, there was a tall wall, and you can smell like urine. But it was just not even. It was not even a full block. It was just like whatever, and it's just homeless people, right? But
listen,
we didn't
maybe
see
you were
homeless.
so mesmerized that you and Tegan had a whole weekend to yourselves that you guys could see no wrong. You were like,
There was no. Okay, there were 2 things wrong that we saw. Number 1 was the urine wall.
yes.
Which is like, it's in Toronto. I lived in Scarborough, and the hallways smell like pee, right?
You're like, my
Whatever.
high school smelled like that. Just
Yeah, exactly, high school. So like that, I'm not going to judge New York based on what we already have here as well. And the second thing on Monday morning, what are we went somewhere and then there's this big plop of poop, human poop, just like, and so
Where?
in the middle of the street, sidewalk.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah.
And it was on the way to the Twin Towers
Okay.
Memorial area, and then just on the way there, it's just like, and so we're like, wow. And so I'm just imagining somebody had to like go, and then they just in the middle of the sidewalk just did their business. And like, all right, later.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, you see that stuff here as well. Like, and it didn't smell.
I mean, I would love to visit New York. I think
you
I
will-
would love to visit
You
it.
will come back a different person.
I can't wait. I love to do Broadway down there.
We saw five shows.
Oh, did you? So what'd you guys see?
So we saw MJ Musical.
Okay.
We saw Wicked.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. It was good. It's one of those that you if you've seen it once, I think that's it.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Broadways where you see and you want to see it again.
Yeah.
This wasn't it.
Yeah.
This was really, really well done. The special effects, the music, the talent is absolutely incredible. And it's a thing that you have to experience. I mean, once you've done it, you've seen it,
Yeah.
right? So it was great. So we saw that. We saw Wicked. So Wicked. Oh, and Juliet. So Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
So this is the story of Juliet if she wouldn't have taken her life.
Okay.
But told from Shakespeare and his wife's point of view. So Shakespeare has this image that he needs to uphold of like tragic stories.
Yeah.
And then his wife comes in. She's like, "What are you doing? Like, this is your opportunity to create a happy ending. It's a love story, like woman empowerment." It's like, that's not me, right? And she's like, well, I'm telling the story. So whoever holds the quill tells the story. And so she takes the quill from him, and then it kind of like goes into this thing where she's about to take her own life,
Yeah.
and she doesn't. And it's the aftermath, the afterwards. Of
It
how
sounds good.
It is. And the music is all like pop, like Boyz II Men, Backstreet Boys.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So like, it's gotta be, man, and all these different things.
Oh my gosh. I think Raquel would love it. Raquel's really into musicals.
100%. A lot of kids, a lot of younger generation, and then but everybody was bopping and dancing and singing to it. It was incredible, incredible. Great ending, but yeah. So that was it. I forget what the other ones were.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was good.
It
We saw a lot of Broadways, and we want to go back. And there's tons more that we want to go see.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So that was it. But church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's move on. So.
Okay, let's move on. What's the next topic?
Because I'm perpetuating the whole negative image of New York, and it's not fair. Like, it was just
There's the one-off.
this one particular person, just they weren't mentally in the right space, and
Okay.
Tegan's trying to take a picture.
Oh my god.
in the middle of the chapel, like, where it's Sunday, you can't take pictures. And so she goes, "Just one." I'm like, "Stop." But yeah, it was very interesting. I'll offline. I'll definitely
Fill me in later.
yeah, I'll fill you in. So that's that. I have here. So New York. How was your Mother's Day? Oh, happy Mother's Day, by the way. I don't think I told you.
No, you did not. You did not text me either.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, because you're not my mom. That's what.
I'm your twin. You should have thought of me as well.
No.
In the hierarchy,
I did already.
it should be Tegan, then your mom's. So it would be like your mom and mom-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And then me. And then your sister.
Oh, and then
Just kidding.
no.
It was fantastic. It
Yeah.
was so good. I love food, and Mike fed me all day, so I was the happiest I could be. I got up, I did my morning routine. I took a lot longer doing my morning routine because I didn't have meetings in the morning.
Yeah.
Then we went to church with our ward. The brethren, they take care of primary and youth, so all the sisters go to Relief Society. I went to Relief Society. what else? Then I came home, and then Mike fed me again. I had steak and salad. And
Steak and salad.
listen,
like, what the heck?
the key to my heart is food. And Mike, and you know what? Even more container. So I follow a container. In order to know my portions, I follow this container system to kind of keep me on track, right? And because I'm 75, I'm doing 75 hard. I'm at the tail end. I'm almost done.
Really?
Yeah. So
And then you can live?
I am living.
No, you're not living.
But listen, the biggest, like, my heart was so happy because Mike went and he measured everything and ensured that everything was according to my meal plan. So he even made homemade granola and, like, chopped up the berries and had coconut yogurt for breakfast. It looks so beautiful. And then the steak and the salad.
See, this is why we would not have lasted. I'm like, I
100%.
am not going through all of that.
I heard Tegan's Mother's Day when he was like, yeah, no, we don't do Mother's Day. It's so hard. Like, we don't do it. I was like...
We do Mother's Day. We do. Listen, don't be starting... Free
Tegan. That's what I say.
In our house, we're so busy that it's hard. It's sometimes...
It's hard to do Mother's Day. I
No,
know.
it's... Stop. Frick. Give me a bad image. We do celebrate it. A lot of the, I would say 60% of
Please,
the time.
yes, tell me.
No. 60% of the
Okay.
time. So let me speak. Frick. 60% of the time, we're able to celebrate the event on the day of the event.
Yes.
Right? However, there are certain times where certain things come up that we are unable. So then we do what we call in our family a redo or do-over.
Yeah.
Where we'll celebrate that particular event on a different day where it's less chaotic and less busy.
Makes sense.
It doesn't, because so yesterday, so let me explain it, boo-boo. So yesterday, I had to coordinate all the gifts for the mothers in the ward, right? So I had to be there like super early. I couldn't cook breakfast for Tegan, right? And by the time I would have cooked breakfast, by the time she would have gone up, it would have been cold.
And no, I totally...
No,
yeah,
you
I'm
don't
not,
get
I'm
it.
not
No,
judging.
you're judging me. I can see your face right now. You're judging me. But anyways,
Did you get her something?
no.
I'm just wondering. I
Yeah.
was just asking. Okay.
I'm gonna get her something. After the New York trip, we talked about not getting each other more gifts.
Yeah.
But experiences now.
Okay.
So tickets and things like that, even movie tickets and things. So that's what I'm getting her. But anyways, and then I had a funeral
Yes.
to go to. So right after church, I came home. I ate something really, really quickly, and then I went to a funeral. And I didn't get home until like 6. And then
You did say Happy Mother's Day, though,
I did
right?
say Happy
Okay,
Mother's Day,
perfect.
and I gave her a hug and I slapped
You slapped her butt.
her bum bum. Happy Mother's Day. Right. She hates it when I do that, and she probably hates it that I said it here too.
I don't know.
My bad. And then we had people over. People just showed up.
Oh, nice.
Not just, but we knew that they were coming, but they showed up, and then
Set some family time.
was that?
Family time with other, and I'm assuming another family. You guys had some like family bonding.
Yeah,
time.
her cousin showed up, and then which was awesome from Kirkland Lake visiting.
Nice.
And then the Regin Balls.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
and
you guys have family time.
right. So there was no opportunity to celebrate Tegan on Mother's Day. So we collectively agreed that she's gonna get a full day of pampering and just whatever, just not on that particular day.
Yeah, that works.
You,
That works.
The way that you're
No,
saying
that
it, though,
totally works.
The way that you're saying
I'm
it,
not
though.
judging. I promise, because we do overs in our house too.
Okay, then what
Yeah,
the heck,
so
though?
I was supportive. I'm like, yes, I totally get it.
I know, but the way that those words were, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And the way that how you were saying it.
I think it's how you perceive I say it.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No, trust me, dude. We'll play. I wish there was a replay button.
Right now, what did she say?
Yeah. And then but anyway, so that's that.
That's good though.
Now, on a sadder note, and I do want to bring this up, and I wasn't gonna plan on bringing it up, but the without going into names
Yeah.
or you know whatever, she's full right.
Vanessa, come on, girl.
Told you. I'm glad that we're doing this and that people are logging in and they're watching because they get
This
to.
is no.
So the funeral was on a much sadder note. The funeral was a little girl, teenager, and I'm not gonna mention names or areas or whatever, because I do want to respect the family. But it was a death by suicide, and it was tough. It was really, really tough. And the one thing, there's two things that I want to make mention that I learned, because I'm always learning. Number one is there are no signs. There are no signs. And one of the biggest things that I saw yesterday was people trying to figure out what they could have done differently to not get there, for that person to get there.
That's such a burden to carry.
It is.
Eh?
It is huge.
Yeah.
It is absolutely huge. There is no sign. And one of the leaders, one of the persons there is that I fully agree with what this person said was, don't go down this road.
Yeah.
Just it was a choice that this person made, and it's an irreversible choice. But you cannot blame yourself. And they were showing pictures of this person and whatever, and they look so happy, and I know the family or half of the family, and you would have never known. Like, there was literally no thing. So if you've experienced anything like that, like losing somebody through that way, just let it go. And I'm cautious to say forgive yourself, because there's nothing that you've done to forgive.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the one lesson that I learned. The second thing is just one thing that the father said is that pulled on my strings. He said, I wish I would have said yes to you more. Right. Because, you never know when, and this particular case, it was death by suicide, but it could have been anything else. Crossing the street, getting hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Car crash, drunk driver, whatever. You don't know what tomorrow holds.
Yeah.
And so just be kind and cherish family and do everything possible to cherish time, right?
Yeah, I think just do your best, right?
Yeah.
I think sometimes because I guess a little bit of a different spin on it as we're talking, right? But you're right. I think sometimes we think about all the could-haves that we could have done, and then we feel guilty, and then we carry that guilt with us, right? But I remember when my dad got sick, I started going down that path. Like, I should have spent more time. I should have done this, right?
Same.
But I stopped myself at a certain point, and I was like, I did the best I could with what I knew. And I think that is a good phrase to keep in your in your pocket if you are ever struggling with anything like that. Reminding yourself that you did the best that you could with what you knew. Yeah. We don't know the things that are going on. We don't always understand everybody. I mean, we all have a perception of things that are going on. But like you said, the best thing we can do is to be kind. When we're unkind, make sure that we go back and we say sorry. But at the end of the day, we can't control things that go on around us, right?
Yeah.
Vanessa, I'll be your camera referee.
Yes. I appreciate that. But yeah, so time is sacred. It's the one currency that has no value.
Yeah.
You can't buy more. You can't extend it.
And everybody gets the same amount, right? It doesn't matter who you are, what you have, your status, anything like that. Everybody gets 24 hours.
Everybody gets 24 hours. So enjoy the people around you. Love them. Cherish them. If anybody has experienced or will experience the passing of a loved one in any way, shape, or form, don't blame yourself. We believe in God, and we understand His will, and He lets certain things happen for a certain reason that we may not understand. And just learn to. And again, I'm very cautious in saying forgive yourself, but just don't take that on, because here's the thing: is you take that on, and you now put yourself in the position of that person of mental stress and mental health. And then anyways, it's a dark path that you do not want to walk. And then people rely on you. And if you're in a dark place, then yeah. So
yeah. All right. I love that phrase. I did the best I could with what I knew. That's right. I'm so glad that you like it. That's one of my favorite phrases, because now when you know better, you can do better. But if you don't know any better, you can't really do any better, right?
Yeah.
So I think I like to give myself a lot more grace, because I was very intense with myself in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that I want to talk, anyways, that was just a little side note, something that happened to me yesterday, and anyways, I just felt that we should let people know. The last thing is here. I have here as as an update. I gave my TED talk.
Yes, you did.
I know that we talked about it in the other podcast, but I don't want to go into detail because
It was more of a faith-based podcast.
yeah, it wasn't about me. And this
It's always
podcast,
about you, Miguel.
well, this podcast is all about me. The other podcast is about Christ. This podcast is all about
You're like,
me.
this is my platform.
This is my platform. Yeah. Oh, 100%. You're just a guest here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just a guest. Anyway, do tell us about. Okay, we want to know everything with regards to your TED Talk.
It was. I'm not gonna go into detail. I don't want to bore everybody, but I will tell you the one thing that I learned.
Okay, what did you learn?
How to deliver without feedback. Because here's the thing is, right? A lot of the TED Talks that you watch online, not all of them, but a good portion of them, there's nobody in the audience.
Yeah.
So they will send out a camera crew, lighting system. They will give you the things that you need, and then you just deliver. But you got to make it look like you're talking to people. Oh, that's great. Like you gotta like really engage in all that other stuff. But then there's nobody there.
Yeah.
There's no one there, and so with this thing is what TED really cares about is good quality video, because at the end of the day, that's their brand, right? It's these speakers and good video that you can just use and learn and use to teach, right? So the main focus are the speakers and the presenters. So the lights are so bright because the two cameras that they had after the side, it's got to be they're good cameras to capture good imagery. But because the lights are so bright, everyone's washed out, and there was at least a good 60, 70 people in the audience, and I could not see them. So here I am, start talking, and then I feed off of feedback, like real-time feedback. So if people are laughing, I'm like, okay, good. If people are nodding their heads, I'm like, all right, they're eating what I'm feeding them, right? Like they're
Let me. You know what I should do when you're talking? I should have no feedback. See how you do.
I would die.
Let me laugh it out. Okay.
Don't do that. And that's the end of our podcast. That's the end of the podcast. If I get a statue as a host, we would not be doing. This would be our last podcast. 100%. Don't do that. Switch. 1, 2, 3, go.
I can't keep. Okay, anyway, so you're saying.
And so I'm telling people, whatever. I'm like, okay, so the theme was the big question. I'm like, all right, people. So what the heck is the big question? I hear nothing. And I'm like, okay. And so the first 1 to 2 minutes, I'm not only talking, but I'm also talking to myself, trying to amp myself up. Be like trying to get like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Just give it all you got. Turn it on, rev up, and 4 energy drinks, go right. And so I'm trying to like psych myself up, and then you can see, take and recorded the whole thing, and you can see where I was like, I switched from like trying to get a reaction to people to like, all right, just deliver the content, and you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
And so it was 15 minutes. The first minute or so was me trying to like get over this hump.
And then the last 14, it was
and
you
the last
delivered.
I delivered. I delivered good.
You feel good about it?
Yeah. Good, better, best. I think it was best for, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great job.
So it's good. So it takes about 2 months for them to take the video, cut it up, put the beginning, the intro, the ending, and then my name around the bottom, and they put up in the server, and then I'm in the TED
You're
server.
TEDx talk. Look at you.
I know. Yeah.
Look at you. That's exciting.
I know. So I have a new goal now.
What's your new goal?
To do 6 more.
6 more TED Talks?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an exciting goal.
So this was a TEDx.
Okay.
One of them to do 6 more TEDs, but then one of them has to be TED Talk.
Okay.
So TEDx is the audience cannot be more than 100 people.
Okay.
They cap it, right?
Yeah.
A TED Talk, it's a larger audience at stadiums. There's thousands of people there or whatever. That's my goal. TED Talk.
I love that. That's so exciting.
Yeah, and it's funny because so I did it on Thursday, which is a couple of Thursdays ago, and then it was on my bucket list.
Yep.
And once I accomplished it, the next day, even that same day, I'm like, I was getting in the car, I was walking because I had a parent engagement afterwards. As I'm walking to the car, like, now what? I felt so empty. It was the most, and you know what? It's the most ridiculous thing, or the most interesting thing that have ever happened. That I accomplished the goal that I wanted.
Yeah.
And now I'm left with like this big empty hole. Like, now what? So I went to my parent presentation. The next day I was driving around just feeling empty. I had nothing to chase. And so then I'm like, okay, I gotta give myself a new goal. And that's when I was like, 7's my favorite number. 6 more talks.
That's amazing.
So now I've given myself something to chase now.
That's incredible. You should do a vision board, or you should do a vision board.
I should. And now that I know how it works, I'm going to be looking for other places to travel.
Yeah.
I would love to do one in El Salvador.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. In Spanish?
And yeah, I don't know if they do international talks in Spanish. If it is, I can speak the language well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I don't know how and where, but I would like to give one in El Salvador.
That's awesome.
Give back. That's where I was born. You want to give a TED Talk too, don't you?
I like public speaking, but I don't know if that's my, like, I've been working on my, like, kind of foreseeing what my future is. I would love to do one, but it's not something that I don't know. I think I would. I think if the opportunity came up, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I have written down on my bucket list. I have other stuff. Like, I have a few other things written down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you told me you wanted to give a TED Talk.
Did I?
Yes.
See, I'm like, that's the thing about goals. Sometimes they shift, right? I love
or something you're just lying.
Well, I want to get paid for giving a talk, right? And I know TEDx is a great, like, it's an amazing platform, right? And
they don't pay.
No, I know. I know. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, in all honesty, I don't know. I love TEDx, and I've learned so much from TEDx, and I think it's such an incredible opportunity to do TEDx. And I think it refines you in such a way, and it gives you credibility.
Yeah.
So there's so many ups for it. I just, for myself, I don't know if that's like, you know how sometimes with some goals you're like, yes, like that's exactly what I want, and I know exactly what I want. With TEDx, is not that for me right now.
But you want to get paid for a talk.
So it would be a good, like.
But a TEDx would give you the credibility to get paid for a talk.
Yeah, I don't. That part I'm still. It's just, it comes down to my business, like, ventures, right? Yeah. So I kind of like, because whenever I think about like having clarity with a person that I want to be, I see different things in my life, and so TEDx would be amazing, but I don't know if that would be my like top goal that I'm chasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. What is this? What do we got here? You're gonna accept that?
I accept a lot of crap from him.
What?
The fact that you're gonna replace me. This is all about you.
Oh.
First of all, I should have you know that a lot of the content that he has is based on me. I'm just kidding. This whole TEDx, it was all me. Like, I actually wrote it, and then he took it. I'm just kidding.
Take that back. That is a lie.
Kidding. It's 100% lie.
That is 100%. You've had zero. I don't want to say zero. No, you've had influence.
I'm just kidding. TEDx is all him. Like, I was not involved in any of it.
In any.
Any shape or form.
In any shape or form.
I'm like, see, that's why I don't need to do TEDx. My words were already on there through you, so.
No.
Just kidding.
Absolutely not.
I'm just joking. It's a lie. That is not true.
Maria lives vicariously.
100%.
She piggybacks on everybody else's goals and dreams, and she's like, because of me, you're there.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So you're welcome. See, I don't need to do it because you did it already. So you fulfilled our bucket list. Our bucket list is filled.
Our bucket list. Yeah, we don't.
Good.
Yeah. But we do have a bucket list that's ours.
Okay, remind me. What is it?
The Tough Mudder.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're signing up. I haven't signed. Well, obviously, I'm waiting to sign up.
You told me to wait.
Yes, we're usually like 30 days beforehand. There is a Groupon that comes on. It's half the cost. Because right now it costs $200.
Okay.
Yeah. Last time when I did it, I paid $100, and then there's like an extra $15 that you have to pay for parking or whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're still a Tapeworm Society.
Sure.
Because you promised.
I will be Tapeworm Society.
We have a video.
No, I know. And I 100%. I'm just interested to see if you're going to back out.
I'm not gonna back out. I told you no. So here's the only thing: is the only way that I won't be able to do it is that if Tegan's already planned something with the family, like if we're not gonna be in town.
Yes, but you do need to tell her the date of when it's happening.
Right. No, but you know, Tegan
I
is
know.
Mike.
Did you already tell her though? September 14 and 15.
Oh, September. What is it?
September. It would be September 14th, the Saturday.
Gosh.
So you have to tell. That's your responsibility. So if
I thought it was the summer. Then nothing.
No, it's in September. It's the first weekend. It's like the second weekend of September.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me check right now. September, dude, I'm open. So September 14th, for sure.
That is the dates. Yes, that's the Tough Mudder dates.
Okay, so I'm putting it in here right now.
But yeah,
Tough Mudder.
I want to see because I'm like half of me has been wanting to remind you, like, hey, but no, I don't want to remind you. I want to actually see if you're gonna do this.
I am gonna do it. I already told you I'm gonna do it, and the only way that I'm gonna do it is if we have shirts, matching shirts that say the Tapeworm Society.
That's fine. We'll do it. We're gonna take care of the shirts, though, right?
I will take care of the shirts. Don't worry. I just need to know your size.
Yeah. See, it's already. Oh shoot. Okay. It's 20 obstacles, 15 plus kilometers, and it's on the 14th.
The 14th.
Yeah, and we're doing it at 8:30 wave.
8:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I like to do them early in the morning
That's
because I find the courses are always better. The less people have been on there, they're a bit more manageable.
Well, and like the tapeworms are still like they haven't risen to the top yet, right? You think I'm joking, dude? You'll see.
Yes, we will be Tapeworm Society, sure.
No.
I am. I promise you, I will wear a shirt that says Tapeworm Society. And when people ask me, I'll be like, Miguel's right there. Let's ask him. He's scared of getting tapeworms on his bum.
not on my bum, inside my bum. Like let's call it what it is.
Sorry, inside of his bum.
Yeah, tapeworms just don't sit like on the surface of your body. Like they coil inside. They get all up in there. And hang on one second.
Yes.
You're not gonna take it off throughout the event.
No, I will wear it. I will cut it. Because I don't like with the fabric. I don't like a ton of fabric on me because I'll be muddy, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
So I probably will have you have to make sure that it's like this because I'm probably gonna cut it and have it like as a.
That's fine.
Okay.
And then you're probably gonna go like sleeveless as well, right?
Yeah, I go like sports bra.
Yeah, which is gross, but okay. It's friggin' nasty, but okay.
Cool. I relax. It's not like everything's showing, but
I'll do the same thing. So like a tube top, just running around.
It keeps falling. You're like,
oh crap! They're lopsided right now. I'll put a tapeworm like right close to the boobie, just like if it's breastfeeding.
That's so disgusting.
So we're both wearing a tapeworm that's like really.
No,
close.
you can't do it. You can't do that to me. You can do it to you, but like for me, you cannot put a tapeworm that looks like it's breast.
No, not a tapeworm that's looking like breast. I'll place
That's
the.
literally what you just
No,
said.
I know.
Vanessa, where are you? Is that what he said?
No, not the image of a tapeworm breastfeeding.
Okay.
But the tapeworm close to like the area where it's just going like this.
All right. Okay, I'm down. Are your kids doing it too, or just you? Because I know Elias and Levi were excited.
I know Levi was excited. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want them to do it.
Why?
Because then now I have to like be mindful of them and where they are and have to protect them.
Why? They can just go on the course. There's a ton of EMS. So if something happens to them, EMS will get to them.
What a good father.
Honestly, though, to tell you the truth, like I saw a ton of kids that were between like, I think the time when you can do it is 14. So I saw a ton of kids that were on the younger side doing it on their own.
They're both going to be 14. Or they're both 14.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Tapeworm Society, we're doing it together.
And you have a friend too, right?
What do you mean? Friend that does it with me? Yeah. Her name is Nancy. I don't know if you met her, but she did it. She already bought her ticket. She bought her ticket like as soon as because you can buy your ticket for next year while you're there.
Yeah.
And it's half the price. So she already bought it. I should have bought it then too. And yeah, so she's going to be doing it.
Is she going to wear the tapeworm? I have to know how many shirts to make.
I'll ask her. I'm sure she would. Tapeworm Society?
Yeah.
I will for sure wear the Tapeworm Society.
That's all I need. I just need a commitment from you.
I will 100% do it.
Okay.
Like 100%.
And
I commit here.
And
We were
September
going to take a picture. September 14th.
So it is. It's in my calendar already. September 14th, I'm doing the Tough Mudder.
I'm excited. Are you excited? 15K, 20 obstacles. It's so good. You're going to love it. And then we're going to get shocked at the end.
So I will.
No, and you cannot. You have to try every obstacle. There's no like, I can't do this. No, you have to try. If you if you can't get through it, that's fine. But you have to try. And the tries are 5 tries.
Okay. And so I will tell you, I don't know why, but I saw an ad for Tough Mudder. Like they're starting to show up in my profile.
Yeah, because we're talking about it.
Yeah, but hang on. There was this big, huge, burly guy.
He fell?
No, and he was like, it was the last obstacle, the shock thing. And I was like, all right, I got this. And then he started going whatever. And then he face planted right on the mud, right? And then he grabbed his yoo-hoo, like his testicles, right? And he's like, oh, the minute he did that, I felt it.
I know that's the crazy thing with men. Like as soon as they see kind of that type of pain, everyone's like, oh.
Yeah, you feel it. Yeah, we.
You have a mother brain when it comes to that, like a connected brain.
That's not the point. The point is, why does it hurt down there?
It doesn't hurt down there.
Then why did he grab down there?
I don't know. Maybe as he went down, he hit something.
No, as he was like he was running, and he's like, ah, and he went down.
Maybe like I got shocked multiple times when I was going. It's not horrible. It's doable. It's painful, yes, but it is doable.
Oh my god!
It is so good. You're gonna love it. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. Okay, hold on. Off camera, referee says yes. That is what Miguel said originally.
that nobody asked you. All right, cool. Let's close this off.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us and getting an update, a live update.
Yes.
We will be back at the end of the month because you have something next Monday. Oh no, I won't be here next Monday.
No, you won't be here next Monday.
Yeah, I'll be in Chicago next Monday.
Yeah, and it is a
holiday.
Oh shoot. The 20th is a holiday, and you won't be here anyways.
Yeah, so we will see each other at the end.
The 27th.
Yeah, we will see each other on the 27th. Until then, thank you so much, Aura. Until then, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful next couple of weeks. What? I'm struggling.
As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe to all of our content right there. You'll see it: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And hit that notification button so then when we do go live, then you are able to receive that notification. And then you can join us and have some fun. And maybe we're celebrating our 70th episode, dude.
That's incredible.
It is.
70 times we have chatted together.
Yeah.
That's like 70 hours plus.
And not including the faith-based one. The
Yes,
Come Follow With Us.
we have a Come Follow With Us. That one will probably... We're not doing it this week. We'll probably do it next week.
25th,
Anyway,
yeah.
If you find that one, make sure that you press an alert on it. It's fun. We talk about our takeaways. We talk about how we apply our faith to our lives, because a lot of it, I find the importance is not just knowing, but knowing how to apply it to your life.
Yeah.
And we do that a lot in there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Love you all. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your let it. First you gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. Part of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. What you hear in yourself when no one's to be found? What keeps you eased out? What takes you off your mind?
Yes, you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even if I tried it. You're the artist, and the mess, and happily be formed anew in your hands.